So there's no real goal to speedrun in Hytale. The game has bosses, but not quite the same as like the Ender Dragon in Minecraft. So I'm setting the bar right now that to speedrun Hytale is to get all Adamantite Gear. The problem is that it's very time consuming to do. To get Adamantite armor, tools, and a sword and shield, you need all this stuff, and to get this stuff you need to go here, and to get this stuff you need to go here, and to get this stuff you need to go here. Not to mention all the stuff that you have to pick up on the way, as well as killing a bunch of these guys. So what does a realistic expectation for speedrunning the best gear look like? I don't know, but I'm gonna find out. My plan is to immediately head north as soon as possible, get cobalt and shadow weave scraps, and whatever else I can pick up on the way. Next, I will head to Zone 2, which is right before Zone 4, and get all the other stuff I need. Upgrade all the benches, make my cobalt pickaxe, and fight as many void creatures with whatever gear I've managed to pick up on the way. Finally, head into Zone 4 with my benches and resources, and finish my gathering there until I can get Adamantite Gear. Oh, and hopefully I can find one of these guys on the way to speed things up. I'm honestly expecting this to take like 3 hours at best. I don't know, but let's go. Okay, we're gonna have to do this again because I had some issues with this attempt. It was super laggy when I started, and the counter, I had the timer was like 30 seconds in by the time I actually got in the world. So I'm just gonna do this again real quick. Speedrun, attempt 1, default settings. Let's create the world now just so I don't have any problems with the lag when I get in. So like I mentioned while I was recording, the game was really laggy for like the first 30 minutes of the speedrun, and the timer that I had set up to make it easier for me post-editing ended up just counting to 0 and then just not counting the rest of the time. So I'll make sure to update you in the different parts of the video how far we're into the speedrun. Oh, this is a... Hold on, I actually might have gotten an incredible spawn. Yo? Despite the lag, this might actually be a really good speedrun. What a spawn, holy smokes. Getting 70 cobalt is what we need. That's gonna be tricky. So despite the lag, it seemed like I was off to a really good start. The spawn was really close to Zone 4, and also it wasn't too far to get to Zone 3 either. And so I got to the north pretty quick and ran into these 2 fishing villages you can see ahead of me as well. Bro. Okay, we got some thorium ore and some shadowy scraps. Okay, good. Good pull, good pull. More thorium ore, cobalt ore, let's go, let's go. Good pulls. More shadow weave scraps, okay, okay. This is not a good start on like a professional standpoint. I'm not doing as good as what can be done. But all things considered, I am getting incredible RNG right now, so I'll take it. And it seems like my game's lagging less and less, which is nice. Sick. These daggers came in huge. They're actually stronger than an adamantite sword, and I didn't realize that at the time, but they made things so easy to kill. And I'll explain some of the mistakes that I made at the end of the video and what I would do differently that would save you a lot of time if you're going to try this for yourself. But one thing I'll explain right now is you're better off, instead of mining for cobalt and thorium, is looting them from chests, and that way you can get really good gear like this. Ooh! Ooh! Maybe I should keep this just in case. Yo! How did I almost miss that? Maybe if I go down here. So after looting those villages, I directed my efforts towards mining for cobalt. Later on in the speedrun, I was able to find a lot of cobalt in chests and things like that, and if I were to do this again, I wouldn't mine for cobalt at all. Instead, I tried to loot different chests from buildings and dungeons and get shadow weave scraps as my focus, and I'd probably find enough cobalt just by doing that alone. So it's probably been about an hour. I guess all things considered, for an hour, that's not too bad, I think. No ice essence? Oh, yes, ice essence. Okay, okay, okay. So I gotta look for little hobos. Little homeless. Ooh, there's my homeless people. I need 40, I have 10. How many venom sacs? Only 4, so I am gonna need to kill more spiders and stuff like that. But let's start here with these guys. Ow. Okay, okay, okay. These daggers are actually so clutch. Okay, I'm starting to feel pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good about this speed run. A little over an hour in, and we're almost done zone 3. And we got a pretty good start on zone 2 as well. So I'm feeling pretty good. Okay. I wouldn't mind a little bit more cobalt. Oh, there we go. Look at that. So I'm gonna make my cobalt pickaxe. I need to make sure I still have 70 cobalt after I get it though. Otherwise that'll be kind of awkward. And I still need a lot more shadow weave scraps. That's gonna be tricky. Okay. And I guess maybe I should put a chest down in case I do end up losing some stuff. So I got everything I need from zone 3 pretty easily except shadow weave scraps. And so after organizing my inventory, I went on a big journey to look for shadow weave scraps specifically. And this took like almost an hour before I was finally able to find an Outlander post and get enough. I didn't get quite as much as I need, which is 90. But I figured if I went to zone 2 and came back, they'd respawn and I could get the rest of what I needed. Okay, so this is where I'm going to go mining, and this is where I'm going to find a bunch of sturdy chitin. The best way is just to dig down. Dang it, I didn't clear this place already, did I? Oh, deeper into the cavern we go. Hey, we'll find more thorium down here, I'm for it. Oh, oh, what is that? I think I walked into a boss fight. That is a boss if I've ever seen one. What the heck? Yo. I'm out of torches in my offhand. I got 46. Okay, we're good. Let's get out of here. One of those treasure chests. Thorium. Nice. Okay. White leather. More arrows. Cool, cool, cool. Bro was bamboozled by my moves. So I spent a pretty decent amount of time in the hive getting all the sturdy chin I needed. Then I went further into the desert to get more thorium. But it was nighttime, so I took the opportunity to get Essence of Void. But I didn't get any Void Hearts, and so I decided to move on. But if I were to do this again, this is definitely the best place to get Void Hearts. And so I would stick around no matter how long it takes to get those before you move on to a different area, because it's going to be a lot harder there to do it. No Void Heart yet. Come on. A lot of Essence of the Void. I'll have that packed up here pretty soon. This looks like a mine. This might be perfect, actually. This might be exactly what I'm... Ooh, this is exactly what I'm looking for. Oh, what the heck? This is one of them Void Specters, I think they're called. Oh, he's dead. Oh, that was easy. No Void Heart. A lot of Essence. Holy smokes, lots of Essence. Let me go for these guys. This is a little bit more urgent, I would think. Oh, did he lock on? He's locked on. That's kind of cool over there. No. Oh crap. Oh my gosh, that was such a dumb way to die. So in a perfect speedrun, you'd never die altogether, but you can still get a really good time as long as you're careful about setting beds everywhere you go. Luckily, this was something I was really good at, so the couple times that I did die, it only set me back maybe like a minute. But this mine that I'm going to ended up being clutch. It had so much really good stuff, and that's probably the biggest takeaway that I got is I would actually start at zone 2 and look for a mine like this before ever even going to zone 3 or 4. This is going to set you on the best foot forward, and you probably won't ever need to go mining at all. You could get all your thorium and enough cobalt for when you loot zone 3, you won't even need to go mining there either. Iron mace, essence of ice, cobalt ore. Don't really need that stuff. But I'm running low on a weapon, so I'm probably gonna have to take it. Let's see how it does for me. Maybe I can find some mining. Ooh, this one was hiding. Ooh, there we go. And an iron pickaxe, let's go. So I finally got all the thorium I needed, so I decided to head back to zone 3 where I set up my little outpost. There I organized my inventory and smelted what I could, and I pretty much had everything I needed that wasn't in zone 4. And so I decided to grab everything and just head there and finish whatever smelting and leather making that I needed to do there. And blacksmith, okay. Upgrade. Upgrade. Upgrade again. Because it didn't take the first time for whatever reason. Okay, I'm missing the 3 void hearts. I love this game so much more now. Look what I have in my hand.
Oh my gosh.
I can throw it? That is so awesome. Don't you just love this game that much more now? You think that was big? Look at this base over here. So yeah, I'm gonna go check that out. A thorium pickaxe. Okay, there we go. That'll work. Okay, there we go. I can put this away. Now let's get some adamantite, fire essence, and hopefully some light hide. So at this point, I went to get fire essence and adamantite, and at first my efforts were successful, and then I transitioned to focusing on those void hearts. So I went back to zone 3, and I made the mistake of thinking void creatures spawn in zone 4, so I went back to zone 4 and continued mining for adamantite, but when it turned nighttime, there was no void creatures spawning. And at this point, I got disappointed because we were already over 4 hours into the speedrun, and I didn't think my time was very good at this point. So I decided to stop this attempt here. I'm not seeing any void creatures. Alright, I was lied to. Void creatures do not spawn here. And it's nighttime. I should have stuck with my gut. And it's been like 5 hours and I got other things I need to do today. But I'm sure I would have hit like 6 hours or something. I don't know. But if you have any better ideas for speedrunning Hytale, I probably, now that I've tried it once, there's some things I'd do different. But show me your tips and your tricks. I got the numbers for you. I want to see you do it. Okay, so I landed at about 4 hours and 35 minutes while falling short about 100 adamantite and 3 void hearts. Not the best time, but if I were to do this again, here are some of the things that I would do differently. Number 1, I would head first to zone 2 and loot a mine and get strong gear that way, and make sure I have all the sturdy chitin, essence of void, and void hearts I need in this area. I don't need all 80 thorium, but I would probably want to make sure I have at least 50 before moving on. Number 2, once I head to zone 3, I would loot villages and buildings until I get shadow weave scraps, all 90 of them, and I'd make sure to get essence of ice too. By this time, I should have almost all the cobalt and thorium I would need without even mining. Finally, number 3, I'd head to zone 3, or zone 4 I mean, and loot buildings until I have the remainder of cobalt and thorium I need, and then I'd focus my efforts on getting the adamantite, whether by looting or by mining. This is definitely the fastest way without having to mine at all. The only thing, I'd just make sure you have all the leather, venom sacks, and azure logs before you head to zone 4, because you won't find any of those here. Following those 4 steps, I bet a really good time would probably sit somewhere between the 2 to 3 hour range. I'd love to hear some of the things that you guys would try. Otherwise, that's it for this video. Make sure to leave a comment down below and hype the video. It helps me out a lot. Thank you for watching.